Welcome back to FM Story. We are approaching the end of season 15 of this Glory Hunt save. The one trophy we need to win is the Europa League. We are in the quarterfinals of the Europa League with Eintracht Frankfurt, drawn against Real Betis. The other teams still in the tournament include Inter, Tottenham, Man City. So without further ado, let's get into the action and see how we get on in the quarterfinals. We're now in the middle of April. It's time for the second leg against Betis, and as you can see, we've got some big injury problems here. We began the episode with a 2-2 draw away at Wolfsburg. We then lost the home leg 1-0. We really didn't create any chances. They didn't create too many chances. And we've got all the work cut out for ourselves in the second leg. In between the two legs, we've played Mönchengladbach in the league, and we've drawn 2-2 with them. Like I say, with the injuries we've got, we're going to really struggle in the second leg against Betis, I think, and we need a real top performance to see ourselves into the semi-final. So this is the side we've picked for the second leg. We've got Ernst back in goal, not fully fit, but he's in the team. Zeze is not fit enough to start, so we've got Maticevic and Rother in the centre of defence. And the big miss is Quiroga up front, although his form since Bianchi left in January has been non-existent. So this is what we've got, and we're going to have to put in a pretty special performance to come away with anything. Very little happening early on in this game. There's been one shot. Now they're breaking clear. Lee Sang got the goal in the first leg, out to Torres on the right. Back in, looking for him. He's gone down in the box. Rother is in front of him and has played the ball out. And yet they're going to get a penalty. That is the most bizarre decision you can possibly... And Rother's even been booked for it as well. I mean, how is that a foul? And now we are on the verge of going out 2-0 down on aggregate. The deck was already stacked against us. It's even more stacked against us now. Right, they're attacking on the right again. Torres goes past Escudinha. Escudinha gets back for a challenge. I mean, first of all, that has to be outside the box. And second of all, surely it's a dive. Half time, 1-0 down. We've got 45 minutes to do something special, otherwise we're crashing out of the Europa League in the quarterfinal. Right, we've got a bit extreme with everything at half time to try and find some way back into this. Silveira wins the ball back. Maticevic to Zeze, who's come off the bench. Rother was down the line for Escudinha. Low cross into the box. There's Baldanzi to turn it home. And that's exactly what we needed if we were going to have a chance in the second half. We've got an early goal. We've halved the deficit on aggregate. And we just need to keep going like this. Rother down the line. Escudinha just fires in the low ball. And Baldanzi, from close range, slots it past the keeper. Right, we're approaching the last 15 minutes. We really need to do something, get something from somewhere here. Right, Rother with a long throw. Comes back to him from Maticevic. Mikic to Zeze. Mikic going round the outside on the right. Finds Albarracin and he can't get his shot on target. Right, we're into the last 5 minutes. They've got a goal kick. We've got a head on it, but it's gone straight back to the goalkeeper. He's rolled it out. They've lifted the ball to midfield. Maticevic wins a header. And now they're going to break on us here. Down the left-hand side, infield. Jim Jones-Su got us back there. And now they're in. Good save by the keeper to keep us in this. But they've got to throw deep in our half. And they've got another throw. We need to get... I mean, they're going to take the time over these throws. They're going to try and keep it in that corner. They've got the ball in the box though. Mikey Savage wins it, but hammers it upfield, but it's going to come straight back at us. Into injury time. Another throw for them in our half. I think time's just about going to run out for us here. Low cross into the box. There's a challenge there, still alive. And there we go. The Europa League dream is over for another season. We just didn't do enough over the two legs to deserve anything from this tie. And it was probably a rather big aim to win the Europa League with Frankfurt. It's probably our only season with Frankfurt as well, because unless we completely collapse in the league before the end of the season, we're not going to qualify for the Europa League next season. But full time, 2-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate, and that's us out. We've made it to the last day of the league season, and we are guaranteed to finish third. We're guaranteed to qualify for the Champions League, so it is going to be our last game with Frankfurt. Unfortunately, since we got knocked out of the Europa League by Betis, our form turned around. We beat Augsburg 5-3, we beat Leipzig 3-0, we beat Werder Bremen 2-1, and then we beat Bochum 4-1 in our last home game of the season. And so we now go into this game against Nuremberg away from home on the last day of the season. Last game with Frankfurt before we move on somewhere else for another crack at the Europa League next season. So, time for the last day of the season. This is the team we've gone with. We've gone back to the formation we started the season with, the 4-2-4. There's nothing riding on this game. Hopefully we can go out on a bit of a high. They're going 4-4-2. We're going 4-2-4. Right, Baldanzi with a free kick for us. The keeper, it probably was going wide, could have left it, but it's gone behind for a corner. And João Rego to take it. Aims it towards the far post. And I think we've been given a penalty. Yeah, we have. It's Baldanzi to step up to take it. And the keeper turns it behind for a corner. Baldanzi with the corner. Headed over from close range. We've started the game well, but hopefully we don't come to regret missing that penalty. João Rego with a corner to the back post. The keeper comes and claims it. And he rolls it out. We've won it back though. Jin-Soo finds Grassi into Quiroga in the box. And he still hasn't scored. I think he's been on 13 goals this season since the beginning of January. Baldanzi with a corner. It's headed up in the air. Rother with a header on target, but straight on the keeper's throat. They've gone long with the ball. In field, or they're into the box, pulled back. We've had all the chances. We've had 10 shots, 6 on target. The first attack of theirs, as we see, the first shot they've had in the game, and they go 1-0 up. And that's just a bit of a microcosm of what's gone wrong this season with Frankfurt. Large parts of the season have gone really well, but we have wasted chances on occasion. Knocking the ball about pretty well. Lovely ball out to the right-hand side. And again, we've now had 14 shots, 8 on target, haven't scored. They've now had 2 shots and scored both of them. This is just... Effectively, our season fell apart once Bianchi left. There wasn't anything we could do because he had a release clause already in his contract. He wasn't going to sign a new contract at all. And once he left, all of our cutting edge left, and everyone else has floundered since then. But half-time, 2-0 down. Nothing riding on this game. Hopefully we can just get a bit of pride back in the second half. We've won the ball back in our half. Jinsu out to Rotha. Back to Antonio. Rotha down the line, gives it away. And now they've got space down the left-hand side, into the box. And that's 3-0. Just dreadful. We gave the ball away in a stupid position. And then it's far too easy from there. Corner for us. Baldanzi swings it in. It's headed up in the air. Rotha squares it. João Rigo scores. We've pulled a goal back. It's 3-1 with half an hour left to go. Just goes up in the air. Cushioned volley from Rotha, and Rigo fires it home. Silvera cuts out that crossfield ball for them into Baldanzi, who loses it on the edge of the area. And now they're in behind us. Free in the box, and luckily straight down the throat of Ernst. Right, Rotha with the long throw. Antonio flicks it on, straight into the hands of the keeper. And then he goes long. Rotha collects it at the back to Ernst. Antonio. To Matjusevich. To Silvera. Baldanzi drops it off for Albarracin, who now goes around the outside. Low ball into Baldanzi. And it's narrowly wide at the near post. Another long throw from Rotha. Flicked on again by Antonio, and again into the hands of the keeper. And again they go long. We were in the header though. Albarracin. Low cross in. Quiroga finally scores. And that's 3-2. And we've got a chance of getting something from this game now. Albarracin just fires that low cross in. Quiroga turns it home from 6 yards out. But there we are, full time. We've lost 3-2. And as we said, that's a microcosm of the season. We've had 24 shots, 11 of them on target. And we've lost 3-2. And there we are, the end of another season. No trophy to add to the trophy cabinet. 15 seasons down. Only one trophy left to go, the Europa League. I think probably going to be turn out to be probably the hardest one to get. We're going to have to leave Frankfurt because there's no point in going through a season with them in the Champions League. The other issue is none of the clubs that are in the Europa League spots, is there a job available or an insecure job? So it could be a pretty tough task in trying to find a job for next season. It might be that we end up joining the club halfway through the season and trying to rescue someone who is also in the Europa League. So join us in the next episode to find out where we begin season 16. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.